All of you are here because you need a job, correct? So what do you do? What are the activities and the methods that you use to find a job?
Post on job boards.
Okay.
Try and contact people that you work with.
You have online job boards, Monster, Career Builder, the ladders. If you want to pay $30 a month. You've got newspaper classified ads. Employment and staffing agencies. Career fairs. Any others to add to this? No?
Network.
Sounds good? There's one caveat who I've got up here. And that's that we're in the year 2010. In the year 2000, all these options right here was your ticket to finding another job. You'd go to Monster any day of the week. They'd have millions of jobs out there. Recruiters would be placing candidates like there's no tomorrow. Classified ads. I remember back in 2002 when I landed a job with Citigroup over in Deerfield Beach. I got that job just by looking at an ad in the Sunday paper. If you look at the Sunday classifieds now for the job ads, maybe there's 1 or 2 pages. That's it. Companies are not using job boards like they were 10 years ago. They're not using newspaper classified ads. Staffing agencies, they're losing business because of the economy. It comes down to economics. Career fairs, have any of you been to a career fair lately? No? What was your impression of the last career fair you went to? Poor?
Very poor.
Would you agree with me when I say that's a cattle call? A lot of people looking for jobs. A lot of entry-level jobs are being offered.
Schools looking, recruiting.
It's schools recruiting students. It's the Army.
Except for the resume review. That's the most.
Except for the free resume reviews. That's the plus.
That's true. That's true.
But I tell you what, it is capital. And it's a way for companies to market themselves, okay, to the masses because they know a lot of people are going to show up. And what happens when most recruiters leave a job fair at the end of the day with over 1,000 resumes? It goes to the wayside. Because I tell you what, and Violet can touch on this in that sort of setting, when there's so many people there, you become a name on a piece of paper. There is no connection between the job seeker and the hiring company. There's just not enough time. So it's not effective. And that's why we do what we do in terms of putting on these creative events, for lack of a better word, to try to get job seekers to be able to really connect one-on-one with recruiters and hiring companies. So before we get into some of the technologies that are out there now, let's just go over some stats. This is courtesy of the U.S. Department of Labor. As of January 2010, national employment rate is 9.7%. As of the last business day of December 2009, there was only 2.5 million job openings on the market. And as of January of this year, 2010, there's approximately 14.8 unemployed persons in America that are accounted for. Okay? This does not include 1099 contractors, underemployed part-time workers. This doesn't include the attorney that's working at Starbucks just to get by. This does not include those folks. It does not include self-employed workers. It doesn't include your real estate agents. Okay? It doesn't include your commission-only workers. And here's another big one out there. This does not include the 14.8 million folks that you assume are out there looking for work, and that's it. This doesn't include the folks that are employed but looking for work. So I tell you what's happened over the last 2 or 3 years. Companies have been downsizing. Okay? And what they've been doing is they've been allocating the jobs that still are available, okay, and putting folks in positions where they're occupying really sometimes up to 2 and 3 different jobs. So there's a lot of folks out there that are employed. They're just waiting, okay, for this market to come around and turn. So when they do see jobs on the market, they're the first ones to go. And I tell you what, a lot of companies know this. There's going to be a big overhaul of, of what I call gainfully employed workers sooner rather than later. So, with that being said, I put this into context because what the U.S. Department of Labor accounts for is that there's approximately, let's say, 15 million unemployed workers out there. But how many people are out there looking for jobs? When you take into account everyone else, it could be 20, 25, 30 million.